What's the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone?
Being in love is a feeling. Loving someone is like a continuous action that you perform just to show your love for them.
Being in love with somebody is like a long-term but temporary feeling, while loving somebody is forever, whatever that love is, whether it's like love for a family member, love for a partner. But in love is just, you could be in a trance and you're in love with this person.
You can be in love with someone, you could be totally infatuated with them, and for that reason excuse a lot of the behaviors that sometimes they do. Being in love with someone it makes you naive, it makes you want to believe the best of that person all the time.
Loving someone, just, they're not too far apart. You can be loving somebody and they don't show that same love back to you. Like, there's no, sometimes it might not be equal. The other person you might be showing 90%, the other person showing 10%.
That part.
So, and being in love, I think that's when you two really know what you want.
There's just like so many factors in it. Like, you could love someone, but they don't love you back. But I think when it comes to being in love, you love that person unconditionally. But loving someone, you can also protect yourself, but love them at the same time. There's more balance sometimes.
You can love somebody in a familial sense, like, love your siblings, love your parents. You can love yourself.
I say I love my homies. I love my family. So that's just like, taking care of them whenever like need be. I'm there for them. I support them. It's blood over anything. Like, I'll do anything for those people. Like, those are the people that I love.
I think you could love someone without being in love with them. Like, maybe you were in love, but then you fell out, but you still care for them and all that.
You can love somebody and be like, I just don't want to be in love with you anymore. But I still love you because of the person you are.
Loving someone, you can like them for, I can like a girl for helping me do my assignment and not actually like her to date her, Being in love, like, you can take all these pieces out of the way. Like, you just love the person without help from assignment, without buying you shit, without all the shit. Like, it's just genuine, like, something you cannot buy, basically. That's what being in love is.
Oh, Greg, that was a good answer. Can we be in love?
Oh, can we be in love? Are you ready for it?
Nope, I am not.
What's the one thing about love that scares you?
What about love scares me? I'm not really scared of love. I just don't be caring about shit. I don't know. Nah. Being afraid of love. I'm not afraid of love.
Commitment. I get bored, and sometimes I'm like, I just rush into it, and then I commit too early, and I'm like, damn, I didn't get to read the whole book. And then now, after page 5, I'm like, damn, I really don't like this.
I'll say the sacrifice and the time for it, because sometimes you might not be feeling it. Some days you it's basically sacrifice time and trust sometimes.
It scares me that you don't outgrow it. You can't help loving unless somebody really did you dirty and you don't love them no more.
Do y'all think there's such thing as a soulmate?
I used to think there was, but I don't think there is, because think about it. Out of 7 billion.
Well, 7 billion or 6.5 billion or some shit like that.
There's 7.2 billion people on this planet.
You're gonna find your soulmate in the little place that you live.
Yes, that's why.
I don't think that, no.
You can't expect to find your one soulmate in the town that you lived in. That's ridiculous.
What are the chances that there's one specific person made for you? I feel like there's a lot of people made for you.
That's why there are multiple.
Okay, I get that, but
geographical location.
So you think there's multiple?
I gotta agree with that.
Yeah.
You can have multiple soulmates.
A soulmate isn't necessarily I feel like it's just that person that when you guys meet, you just know you're meant to be together.
I don't think it works like that. I think you have to meet somebody and develop a relationship, and then they understand who you are. From experience, you learn to love them that way.
There has to be somebody for everybody, and maybe it may not be the first person, second person, or third person that you experience, but when you push yourself to be out there and just be totally in love with yourself first, then you'll definitely find somebody who's up to par with your standards, your energy.
Is preference okay?
Preference okay. Yeah, of course. Of course, if you have your own preferences, if you don't like someone, or if you don't like a type of person, or if you only like a specific type of person, I think that's okay.
I think it's okay as long as you're not deteriorating someone else and just because what they were born as, that's why you don't want to go out with them.
It's whatever, to be honest, because you may not acknowledge it, but I feel like everyone has certain features or things that they go for.
Depends. I feel like preference is okay if it's like there's like innocent, like, but then again, like society dictates what preference is okay.
I prefer you're not ugly. I prefer that you aren't a dumbass. Any other preference, like if it's a racial preference, then you got issues. But
let's say you're talking about a dark-skinned black woman, I prefer her because of her dark skin. Let's say you're talking about a light-skinned black woman, I prefer her because of her light skin, so on and so forth. I prefer Asians because they're small. I prefer this because of that, yada, yada, yada. That's fetishization, and that's not okay.
I don't know. I think the thing with black people is, like, you can have any preference you want unless it's white, and then all of a sudden people are, like, up in arms, like, you're a kid, not a white person, blah, 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 blah.
If someone says, oh, I prefer black women, in the black community, everyone's gonna be like, oh, yeah. If someone says, I prefer white women, oh, that's because of da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like, you know, like, but then in reality, it could just be like, that's what they just generally prefer.
I personally don't have one. I know friends that do, and it's a little weird to me. I mean, I don't like people using that whole, oh, your mom's black. Like, nigga, I don't want to fuck my mom. But, I mean, I just couldn't see myself just looking at a black woman and being like, no, you know, that's not me.
I think a lot of times when it comes to black men and like non-black women, it's because they'll say like, oh, I like white girls because, you know, black girls have too much attitude. Like, you shouldn't be putting down someone else to express your preference.
People have something deeper and cover it as their preference. Like hating whatever they are, like they wouldn't be with someone that has something that they have or their race or whatever. That's like self-hate and you're calling it preference.
That's not self-hate. Preference is just, I don't see that self-hate. I do not. It's just two cars. It's a black and white car. Just because I love white car doesn't make me hate black cars. I just love white cars. So
like, it wouldn't be fair to, like, I don't know about you guys, but me, I say I prefer like black guys, specifically Africans, but that's just my preference. But I'm not like closed off to other races, clearly.
Do you date outside your race?
Do I date outside my race? I've tried to, but I can't talk to people outside my race. I don't know why. I just can't relate with them.
How outside my race is it? You know what I mean? Like, is it deep outside the race, or is it like just a one hair pattern away from my shower? You know what I mean?
Nope.
It depends on the person. I don't think I have a preference.
I don't think I will, because white people irritate me a lot, so I just don't think I have the patience to do that.
I don't date white people, but just that's
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't relate. No pink dick for me. Thank you.
I just imagine like white penises being like, you know, the dogs that got the little red rockets.
Actually, I take that back. I do have a preference. I'm done with white guys.
I would marry outside my race.
So you would just like experiment here and there.
I could experiment, but I mean, I didn't think about it. I might, but I can't seriously see myself spending the rest of my life with a woman that's not of color.
They just can't relate. And one more white man calls me black queen, I'm gonna scream. So it's just not gonna work.